control, but cannot sustain that much damage. Maybe if we were talking about the late game, but early game with this current draft from Omega, the Atlas plus the Harith combo, Fatal Links plus the Zaman Force, it might be a problem.
Yeah. And now let's see if Omega can force a game number 3, or will LPE take the cake and finally win a series? Something that they haven't done since their first game this season 7. Now, as we look into the middle lane, Hajizi, Kurtizi, and Haze just farming up together up in mid. Aspect, BMO, of course, as expected, staying together. Doji's going to be going up against Jake the Dog with the Harith against the Alice. Meanwhile, on the top side, matchup there is going to be the Paquito versus the Esmeralda. I want to put a little bit more focus here. Now, of course, we know the jobs of the side laners are just to clear the waves and then eventually position. Who can do that better, the Paquito or the Esmeralda?
Well, for that one, I think, well, it will go, I will give that to Esmeralda. Again, he can just sustain the lane with his Frostmourne Shield, and the Stardust Dance can really clear out the waves much more easily. But when it comes to 1v1 skirmishes, just like so, well, Kenji should be winning that one out with the help of at least one more hero. But I guess Omega decided to focus onto the bottom lane and control the farm of this Alice, and also help the Harith out to get his level 4. But let's see here, Kenji curse! The curse almost went in, but the timing of that recall.
So close.
Really close right there,
yeah,
man.
If I'm Kenji, it's like my butt got clenched. Like the moment you saw Force, it's like,
goodness.
oh, no. But he was able to get away there just in time. Now with the turtle spawning in the next 15 seconds, we're going to see here if LPE will be able to contest it as well, considering the lineup they're up against. But it seems like Kenji is having a hard time against that Esmeralda. Toshi here has to be careful. His arms and Beam are nearby. Jake the Dog up going forward just to force Toshi a little bit back. That micro positioning there, freezing the lane a little bit, means LPE are going to want to go after Toshi, and they do. Look at that, they immobilize it right there, in connection, in sync. BMO passing the turret, almost. Toshi really low, he's going to go after it, and there it is. The ball right into the face of Harith. Meanwhile, Arms is going to get spotted out here by the members of Omega, getting chased out by Haze. Look at that, the Death Sonata, third hit! Woo. All 3 connecting from Hajizi. Gets a first kill there for him.
Omega on the roll right now, and also that was a nice exchange. Okay, you will pressure the bottom lane, we will pressure the mid lane instead. And also hitting those 3 Death Sonata strikes, that is really awesome. But what happened earlier here in the bottom lane, what they're doing for LPE is they're trying to stop the control of this Harith. We all knew that Harith, once he reaches level 4, that is his first power spike. Using the Zaman Force to clear out all the energy shields on the side of LPE, making it easier for him to get his Calamity Reaper. But with the control, with the LPE's rotation, they shutting him down. But with the response, they forgot that that Hajizi is and also the rest of LPE, their mid lane is exposed. And however, right now, look at the top lane of Omega and LPE here. This will be a very static lane, but Omega with the reaction.
And Jake the Dog reacts by forcing himself back, but he goes back into joining the fight. Jake the Dog versus Toshi and Haze, 2 versus 1, but it seems like he can do the job. But JTD says, you know what, I already proved the message. I sent a message. You can't mess with me like that. Jake the Dog back in action though, going after Haze. He'll throw the Flowing Blood. He's not going to go in, but BMO gets spotted out there by Kurtizi's Eve. A hero that Kurtizi played really well when he played earlier this week. But with that, LPE will be able to secure the first turret break in the game, getting down the bottom turret, while Omega says, you know what, we're going to get one back right at you, taking out Ryota in the top side. I don't think they'll be able to destroy the top lane turret just yet. Maybe they will, but it seems like they'll only be able to get the shields down.
Yep, to get the shields down and get those items as soon as possible. Hajizi, level 7 at the moment with 200 KDA, but look at the items of Jake the Dog now. He just purchased the Clock of Destiny, so it's all about the timing. LPE just waiting for another item here for Aspect, or probably the turtle buff, just to get his additional attack and also physical attack damage.
Yeah, no more Feathered Airstrike here for LPE. Arch was forced to use it. Look at that. Jake the Dog and Ryota with a disrupt in the back line.
Wow.
They cannot get anywhere. Hajizi and Kurtizi. Kurtizi is going to be on the run, but it seems like Rodia will be able to finish that job. But Kurtizi somehow with the shield staying alive, but finally gets taken out. Ryota, on the other hand, took too much time. OMG were able to respond, and who gets the turtle? It goes to the hands of LPE, but that's a double kill for Hajizi as he takes out Aspect. So LPE lost too much for that turtle that they even lost because Aspect is down.
Yes, and again with the control, the Fatal Links plus the Zaman Force combo, slowing LPE down on their tracks and also gave them an opening for Hajizi to get that double kill plus the turtle. So they need to always keep an eye on Hajizi here. And again, Reptar, just like what we mentioned earlier, they lack control. Well, they also lack the hero who can sustain that much damage, and Hajizi at its current position, he will already go for the Blade of Despair. He's really confident that, yeah, there's no one can go inside within my small box here and penetrate this glass cannon type of hero. I will go all full swing, and also with the itemization there from Hajizi or from Kenji, is completely controlling the game.
Yeah, and speaking of control, look at that! 6 kills now for Hajizi, another double kill for him, taking out Arvs and BMO. But we're caught at the wrong time again. Kurteezy coming in big with the real world manipulation slows, coming out just in time, and now Omega are increasing their control in this game. We're starting to see the problems on the line of LPE this early on. Although the damage will be there for them, but Omega, with the control, the mobility they have, it's enough so far to disrupt. And it seems like the LPE, the timings of LPE are just a little bit off right now.
Yeah, I completely agree there, because whenever you want to pick the Brunella combo, you really want to play aggressive. But unfortunately, with the zone capability of Kurteezy here, with the real world manipulation plus the control, the CC from this Atlas, and that's one of the reasons why I said Atlas earlier, because you want to go in, you want to play aggressively, but you need to keep an eye. You also want to count the ultimate, the Fatal Links cooldown, and if you have the records, or if you can time it right, that's the right opening for LPE to strike, but there's no opening. Omega is not giving any kind of opening for them to do so.
Yeah, almost did though, just now did Kenji, but he was able to force the flicker on himself. Well, yeah, he was forced to use the flicker rather to get away from that. Now LPE, only broken one turret, they're looking to sustain another point, but in the top lane though, that's gonna be Aspect taking out. Bad news there for LPE, as Jake the Dog could be up next. Flowing Blood not able to reach a match, but he's able to give himself some distance. Now the real world manipulation by Kurteezy helps Kenji secure the double, and Kurteezy gets one for himself. Now Omega seem to have woken up after what happened in game number 1. They're the ones running away with this early in the game. Yeah,
and look at that. I really thought that was a boxing ring, because Kenji was there and he's just punching every heroes out of the ring, or rather the real world manipulation. But Omega just taking every objective, every kind of opportunity that LPE give them, and they're winning every one of it. Oh my goodness, look at Jake the Dog here. He's just, but there's still a workaround for LPE here. If they can sustain the game for at least 5 more minutes, and once Aspect are able to get his items, and also BMO at least getting a Thunderbelt or maybe another Dominance Ice item, it should be enough for them to chase, or probably Jake the Dog getting the right position to catch out Kurteezy and burst him out.
Yeah, Calamity Reaper already built there by Harris, getting close to his second item as LPE. As TDC just said, they have to hold on. Somehow they need to find a way to hold on, but there's just so much to worry about. You have to worry about getting poked out real early by the Death Sonata, and then Haze suddenly coming out of nowhere with the Fatal Links. There are 3 Purifies on the side of LPE, but then forcing out those Purifies means that something else might be able to catch them out. So LPE, with their turrets getting pushed, it's a real tall order to hold on for that long.
It's a full 180 swing there for Omega and LPE compared to game 1. And now Omega is going to have the opportunity to take down the turtle, but I guess they will just reset the turtle first. Maybe they thought that LPE is also preparing for this one, since they don't see any heroes at all. But LPE able to push out the middle lane here and possibly secure their own purple buff.
Omega smell blood and they smell BMO. Rafaela gets caught out, and Rafaela is up next on the killing board. That's legendary now for Hajizi. Unkillable in this game. Kenji spots out Ryota. He will be forced back. Omega will be able to invade the jungle of LPE successfully. 5-0-5 was the scoreline of Aspect earlier as the Granger with that MVP performance.
Wow.
Hajizi this time around might get the MVP performance because he's deathless right now.
Yeah, unstoppable. 8-0-0 at the moment. Oh, Omega decided to go for, or rather wait for the Lord. instead of taking the turtle. That's the play. Wow, what a very wise decision for OMG there. But yeah, let's see here, because now that LP is stuck inside their base, Omega are just choking all the members of LP and also taking all of their resources when it comes to minions and creeps. But I think LPE here, as I mentioned earlier, that's a big problem. They don't have any control. You don't want Ryota to expend his Falling Star Moon just to start things off. You need to at least someone who can soak all the damage and also let Aspect to do his thing. Get his range, dish out all of the all the soccer balls right there to get those crits. But unfortunately, Haze is really a threat here for OMG, for LPE rather. And they can't go in.
Yeah, they're trying to go in now though, is Omega. But look at that, LPE cannot defend this. Jinx the Dog barely alive right now, able to flicker away. Oh! The Fatal Link's catch by Haze on the Aspect and BMO. Aspect goes down, the Bruno is gone. Most of the damage of LPE is gone, but Jinx the Dog is still fighting. Jinx the Dog is still trying, but Jinx the Dog falls. BMO could be up next. BMO is up next. That's a double kill for Toji, and it smells like a game number 3 TDZ as Hajizi, sent by the members of LPE. Arbs though able to pop off that feathered airstrike. That is not gonna be enough. Right, straight, left hook seals the deal onto the base. Game number 2 goes to Omega.
What a play there from Omega.